Hi, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the last episode. In this episode, I'll share with you from my own experience and experiences some of the ways you can hedge against the risks we discussed in the last episode about how to safely invest back home if you're in the diaspora. You're watching On Land in Kenya, and I'm Solomon Wangwe. Great, so you're in the diaspora, your heart is pulled to being back home in one way or the other. Either you want to come back home and resettle back home, or you just want to have some of your roots back home, even if you're going to be in the diaspora for the foreseeable future, and you want to invest in land. How do you go about doing that safely? So based on my experience over the last 5 years, investing in property, real estate here in Kenya, these are some of the things I will highly recommend that you do if you're in this position. First thing you absolutely have to do is obviously determine what your goal is. In the last episode, I shared about my contact's experience deciding that she wanted to invest back home. One of the problems I find that she had is that she didn't have clear goals. She didn't know ahead of time that she was going to build apartments for rent. She just wanted to invest back home, and based on the advice of her trusted family member, her dad to be specific, she bought land, and everything else kind of came along over time. This can be a problem. You need to have a clear goal right from the beginning about what you want to do as far as investing is concerned. Are you looking to buy land for farming, for example? Are you looking to build a home to come back and settle into for yourself? Are you looking to build a home for someone else to buy or rent for passive revenue streams for yourself while you're in the diaspora? It's very important that you be clear about that goal, because it will kind of set the pace for the rest of your experience. So that's the first thing. Second thing you need to do is scout for the right location. If you can't be back home for whatever reason, you live too far, you can't get time off to come back home and scout, you need to find a trusted person to do that for you. Either you're working with a licensed agent or broker. Please make sure you catch that. I said licensed, not just anyone calling themselves a broker. Most agents and brokers in this country, sadly, are not licensed. It's a very informal sector, and this is one of the places that has caused a lot of grief and anxiety and losses and problems in the industry. You need to identify licensed agents. Those will typically be listed. You can search for them easily on Google. A quick example, you can work with companies like Knight Frank. You can work with companies like Haas Consult. Just a disclaimer, none of them has paid me to say that. But the point is, you need to find licensed professionals to help you. Why? Because for one, they do this every day, and there's a certain professionalism, if you will, that goes into their work, which will guarantee that you have better quality information. And then thirdly, it allows you to hold them accountable. If they are licensed, there are certain things they must have in place as a business in order to have that license, including professional indemnity covers, which can compensate you in the event of gross misconduct in the process of their advice and so on. So you need to find licensed professionals. And every now and then, you can actually find a good lead or a good deal by going with a referral from a trusted contact. I know I shared about the lady who had an unfortunate incidents with her own dad. It doesn't always happen that way. Some of my best investment decisions have come from very close friends and family members. You just need to be able to vet that information independently in a professional manner. So, you have to do things the right way to avoid having problems later. And then, of course, thirdly, you have to engage licensed professionals for every other step of the process, including your lawyer to help you drop the legal documents. You need a licensed surveyor to go and confirm the identity and the location of that particular property for you as it relates to the registry index maps, which I covered in a previous episode. And as much as you can, please try and make time to come home and view the property or sign the documents, somehow get a physical sense of the place. Very often we've looked at places where we could invest in that had all the documents in good order. We liked the seller liked us, but there was just something about the place that didn't feel right. It's not a very well covered part of a land investing or property investing process, but it's a critical one. You need to have comfort about the place that you're investing in, one way or the other, and the best way to do that is to physically view the place. The next best thing is to have someone you absolutely trust to view it for you and give you their advice. We've sold most of our property to customers who don't view the site. About 60% of our customers actually buy sight unseen. While that's a great endorsement of sorts, if you will, for us, it's not the way I would recommend that anyone buys land. Always try to see the property for yourself before you conclude with a transaction. I hope that information helps. If you have any comments or questions or experiences you'd like to share, please feel free to do so on our social media platforms or check out our website. And for those of you who are in the diaspora, and if you're actually in the country for the holiday season, please take advantage of your time here to scout for your investment opportunities. We are actually in the process of selling 30 very primely located 1-acre plots in Nanyuki. If you've never been to Nanyuki, you owe yourself the favor of visiting the place. Stunning views of Mount Kenya from our site, only 500 meters from Laikipia's first 18-hole championship golf course and country homes estate, and also just 4.5 kilometers from Africa's most famous conservancy, the Olpajeta. Please check out our website. We're offering only 30 plots. 2 are already sold, so only 28 left, going for just 1.89 million shillings, and 500 meters away, half the size property is going for 3.5 million shillings. Great investment opportunity to take advantage of. Please feel free to give us a call, 0700010001, or check out our website, www.goshenacquisitions.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Solomon Wangwe. You're watching Own Land in Kenya. Stay tuned for more information on strategic investment.